welcome to Come On In My House. Yes, honey, yes, honey, yes. And I am your host, the one and only Miss Tobell Von Cartier. And guess what, y'all? We are back, and I'm so excited that we're back. We took a break, we took a little bit of a break. It was summer here in New York City. It was hot. It was muggy. It was gross outside, and I didn't feel like getting up in all of this. I'm sorry, And black folks, honey, when we take a break, we break. But never fear. The doll is here, honey, and she's here for you. And guess what, boys and girls and squirrels? We have an amazing show lined up for y'all this evening. We have some fantastic guests. We have the fabulous Kenny is in the house, and we have an amazing musical performance by Big Quiet, honey. I hope they're not too quiet. I hope they're going to turn it out. But guess what, boys and girls? You know what time it is. It's time for what? It's time for the Kiki of the motherfucking week. And the Kiki of the week, I don't know, but I have an envelope, and I'm going to open her and see what the surprise is. Darling, this is pretty, but I'm gonna open her up and see what's in here. Ow! What the? Something poked my black ass. See shady ass producers. Oh, what is in here? What is that? I'll cut you blade for protection? What the? A razor? Really? Really? A razor? Y'all bitches trying to give me hepatitis up in here? This is shady. This is like some 1990s New York City nightclub, Rick Marackery. Kenny's in the house, honey. You will not be getting in the club with this, darling. Oh my God, this is so dangerous. I don't like this. No, thank you. But anyway, y'all, that concludes the Kiki of the week. Up next, we have the amazing Kenny's in the house. So don't go worry anywhere. We'll be right back. Darling, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm from the South in the middle of nowhere. I don't have any family. They all died. And we're back. I'm so excited to bring out our guest. She is a fashion icon, a nightlife legend, and now a multimedia artiste, honey. Please welcome the one and only Kenny! Yes! Gorgeous! Oh my God!
I feel like we're back in the nightclub.
Gorgeous!
That blade, honey, hide that blade. I don't need that blade coming
Get into this, everybody. Oh,
girl,
my God.
How do I manage this? God,
Look at you.
Honey, it's like a carpet.
Wow.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, my God, I can't wait
not as good as you,
do
my
the
God.
tea, girl.
You brought some tea?
I brought the tea.
Good.
We're going to do the tea.
Bring the tea, darling.
Why
we
not?
love
Hey,
tea. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny. Kenny. Good God.
Wow.
Darling.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
having
for coming,
me.
baby. Settle down. Have a seat, honey.
Settle down.
The children, we need to know all about this, honey. Kenny.
She put me in my place.
Kenny, so tell the people. I know you. So tell the people, where are you from originally?
Well, I'm Irish. I'm from a small town in Ireland, Hicksville.
Oh.
2,000 people, and I had to get on that bus and leave.
A bus from Ireland to,
yeah, basically.
So how did you end up here in New York City?
Well, I was in London during the Taboo years with Lee Bowery and Rachel Orburn and all of those people, and I was working with Rachel and sometimes Lee, and it all got too crazy. It was almost like the end of the limelight. Everyone was like falling out and falling over, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. So I got on a plane and I came to Miss New York City.
Okay.
So that was it, basically.
Okay, so now you have strong ties to nightlife. So how did you end up with creating your Kenny persona?
Well, basically, it was like I was going out, hanging out. I went to Tunnel and the after hours, and Michael Alec was the one who said, I want you to do a party.
Oh, so Michael Alec created Kenny, or he kind of...
No, Kenny created Kenny.
Oh,
Who
okay.
created Miss Tobell?
Okay. Oh, the fairies.
I'm a fairy girl.
Okay, yes, you are, darling.
We're both fairies, I think. So basically, Michael Alec gave me my start in nightlife in New York, although I worked in nightlife in Heaven in London, too.
Okay, so Kenny, so now you always look amazing, darling.
Oh, my God, so do you.
Thank you, baby, but honey, you look fabulous today.
Well, for Miss Tobell, you better look good.
Okay,
you don't want her breaking.
Okay, hello. You threw on some extra hot sauce today for the children.
Honey, it's a lot.
This is how you do it, y'all, okay?
This is a lot.
So now you always look amazing, but do you study fashion?
Well, first of all, I studied fine art for 2 years, and it was the 80s, so fashion was really prevalent, really culturally in the moment. And there was so many things happening, so I just jumped from fine art to fashion and costumes and print.
Oh, well, honey, it was a good jump.
Well, it was a jump, but I never got a job, really. But, I never really wanted to work in it. I wanted to be an eternal student. I always wanted just to stay at school. I didn't want to belong to society too much. So when I came to New York, that worked up just fine.
Interesting. Wow. So now you're in New York. Well, you were in New York, and you threw really elaborate parties. You're known for that. And with Suzanne Barch.
Oh, who?
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well,
I
don't know the tea. You really want to know the tea?
I love tea, honey. You brought some tea, so pour it.
Okay, well, I worked for her, and then she went out of action and out of business for 10 years. And she wanted to come back, and nobody really wanted her, actually, because she wanted to do the Maritime, and they said no. But I was doing Happy Valley with Sophia Lamar, and she said, can I come and join you? And she did, and she took over and kicked me to the curb.
Oh, no. Oh, really?
Well, eventually. I think that, she needed me to build up her thing. And she's really good at it. I mean, she's really organized, and she really makes a good party. But I think that she just thought how to, let's get rid of him. He's cutting my profits.
But Kenny, to me, you are New York City nightlife. And
well, I think you're New York City nightlife. I think we all have a little bit in that, you know?
And you've thrown some amazing parties, and I went to a few of them. But do you miss it?
I don't really. I'm in a different place now. For the last 2 years, I was going out and I was dressing up, and the kids were coming up and they were going, yes, work. And I was like, yeah, work, yeah, yes. I was like, I already know I'm working.
Right.
I already know I'm giving it. I don't, it was just becoming tiring. And then there was bottle service, there was things falling over, there was drinks falling on top of me, and everyone was saying, oh, you should be on RuPaul's Drag Race. And I was like, wait a minute, the tide has shifted. I was like, it's gone from being decadent and outrageous and showing art to being on a reality TV show, which is great, but it's a competition, and I've been around forever.
Honey, you are way too fabulous for that. And I'm not dogging on RuPaul.
No,
show,
we love RuPaul.
But darling, you...
It's a different thing. So the kids are in a different space now. So I think it just was my time to get out of it, really.
Right.
And I feel really good. I mean, Suzanne wanted to get rid of me, and she did, basically. There was a little bit of shady dealings.
You've existed without working with her and for her for quite a long time.
Oh, yeah. So. Well, I was working, before she came back, in 2007, I was doing Duvet. I was working the doors with Mistress Formica. I was doing Happy Valley. And then she wanted to come back because I had a big guest list.
Right.
And, business can get shady. I'm not resentful wonderful. I love her. She's great.
Right.
And it was actually, in the end, the best thing for me. You know, because then I started doing my art and being much more creative.
Yeah, and you look amazing today, honey. You do.
Well, for you, Tobell, it's like I can't. I really respect you. You're incredible. You're such a personality.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. And I'm really honored that you came and gave us all
With
this.
the mattress.
Did you make this outfit, by the way?
I made a lot of it. I made the hat, and I made these, the wire earrings, and I made this thing. I don't know what you would call it. I guess it's a belt, you know.
Honey,
and
Kiki.
these are Daryl K. And these are Christian Louboutin.
Oh, really?
You know, these were size 9, and I'm size 12, so you better cut the back off them and stick some shit on it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
keep it going.
The one and only Kenny. Kenny, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Kenny. But up next, we have a fabulous musical performance by the one and only Big Quiet. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Here to perform their single, Interesting Times. Give it up for Big Quiet. honey, we're back. Oh my God. That Big Quiet, weren't they fabulous?
Oh my God, I love it. Rock and roll, baby.
Hello, and I'm here with Kenny, y'all, the one and only Kenny.
Love
Kenny
that band.
is just a Kiki. And so Kenny.
Kiki and the team.
Okay, hello. So Kenny has some interesting, he stepped away from nightlife, and now Kenny's been working on some new projects, and it's called Media and Art and Photography.
Well, I would say that I'm using lots of different media to create art. I'm using my body, I'm using costumes, I'm using sets. I'm influenced, I would say, influenced mostly by the German expressionists and Dada. And Dada really means use whatever the hell you like to make whatever the hell you like.
Okay.
And, that's the way I can make art because I don't fit into a genre, really.
Right.
So I do whatever the hell I want to do.
So you create sets and costumes
and paint the walls of my apartments. And I also videotape it, and then I create music with somebody else, Ohm 13, to go with the videos, which haven't been out yet, but will be out when I do a show.
Right, and so do you also create surrealist portraits?
Yeah, they're surrealists, really.
I'm sorry.
I would say that I combine every art movement and throw it all in together to make a big pot of stew.
Okay.
And make something that's really me.
Okay.
So I guess it's very surreal. It's a surreal. I'm surreal. Hello.
So now you do photography. Did you go to school for photography, or you self-taught?
No, I didn't. I'm self-taught photographer, and I actually am a little bit technophobic. So I think I would have done it a lot earlier if I had known how to use film easier. But now with digital, it's made it all easier. I do it all myself at home. I shoot the thing. I create the sets. I create the costumes. And I really feel like I get emotions that I've never been able to express before out in an artistic way. Because in nightclubs, it's very limited. You become a clown. Clowns are great. But you only have, but you only...
Unless you're it, the clown.
But you only get to see one side of yourself. And I wanted to show more of myself. I wanted to show different angles of myself. And I wanted to show emotions. I wanted to show angst. I wanted to show humor.
And you photograph yourself.
Yes.
You don't photograph people or subjects.
Well,
you just,
eventually I'm going to get bored of myself.
Oh,
but
honey,
I want to do
we'll never get bored of you.
Honey, I've been bored of myself for a while. But no, I have a lot to say yet. But eventually I would love to photograph you.
Of course,
I would love to
darling.
create a set around you and other people soon. But for
As
the
long
next
as-
show, it's all going to be me.
I'd love to do it, but just no nudes, honey. I ain't getting naked.
No BBC?
Oh, how dare you! Shady.
No BBC?
So, Kenny, so where can we see your work, Kenny?
Well, I'm going to be showing it in 2019.
Okay.
So in a gallery downtown. And I decided 2019 because I have an Indian astrologist and he said it's a really good year for me. And I'm really doing it to express myself. I'm doing it I don't want to have confines of materialism, of capitalism. My art is anti-capitalism. It's anti-establishment. It's do what you want to do.
Right.
So I'm doing it in 2019. No pressure. It's going to be a big show.
Gorgeous.
50 large photographs.
Oh, wow. That sounds exciting.
Videos as well. So I'm excited to show the videos because nobody's ever seen the videos.
Gorgeous. And so, Kenny, where do you seem like you have a lot going on, and I love
Mentally?
it. It sounds so... It sounds so fascinating, but where do you draw your inspiration from?
Well, I'm basically draw it from everywhere. Nature. The Ballet Russe is a big inspiration for me, Diaghilev, and all of the early art from the turn of the century, the Dada, the Bauhaus, Constructionism, German Expressionism, and everything around me, and the internet, and You know, I've been holding this in for a long time, so I've had a lot of inspiration that's been just waiting to get out.
And
so,
you let it out today, baby. I
Well,
love it.
You know,
look
we
phenomenal.
dream. You dream.
do.
You
Yeah.
dream. I dream.
Yeah.
And we sit at home and we dream, and then we create it. And that's what basically it all comes out from all of our experiences in life. And
Kenny, you're so inspiring. I love you.
Girl, I love you.
Oh my God. So
she
Kenny,
does everything. She sews everything. My God.
So what's
Keep
next? So
up.
Kenny, what's next? What's next? Very quickly, what's next?
What's next? I don't know what's next. I'm just going to keep on going, and
Okay.
you know, what's next? I'm in the moment.
Okay.
You know, I
And
think
one-
it's important to be in the moment. I'm anti-capitalism. I'm anti what's next. I'm anti, you know, you have to be doing
Mm-hmm.
something. I just want to be creative. I want to be an artist. I want to show my art. And I want to express myself.
Amazing.
Nobody's going to tell me how to express myself. Nobody's going to do it.
And one more
apart from me.
question, darling. Will you ever return to nightlife? And everybody wants to know.
Well, I am doing Von Zan's Halloween
Okay.
at Manor House.
Okay.
I gave in a little bit because I love Von, and it's going to be a
gorgeous.
great party. And so that's Halloween. I think it's the 29th. And every year with Natalie Cates, I
know
do a
Natalie.
surrealist ball.
Okay.
Yeah, at the Roxy.
Gorgeous.
So two times a year. But I think my time in nightlife is basically over. It's like, you know.
You've moved on. Well,
Yeah, the knees are
I'm
starting
sure-
to go.
I'm sure you will be
Cartilage.
missed, honey.
I miss
Ladies,
you.
I
I
miss
miss
you too.
you.
Thank you for coming. Ladies and
Oh, the
gentlemen,
tea.
the one and
Oh, the
only
tea.
Kenny. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by, Kenny. Up next, we have another fabulous performance by Big Quiet. So don't go anywhere. Thank you. Kenny, gorgeous. You gorgeous.
Miss, my name is Mr. Tobell Von Cartier. Cartier, Miss.
Performing bird watching. Give it up one more time for Big Quiet.
Talking girls upon a hillside, cracks between the center moonlight. Skeptics on the good and upon the scow. You know how we go walking down the hillside. Light is shining now, we're captain and moving around in nothing. They go walking down at the tide. See your Korean beer guys. Skippers and they get around upon this cow. You know how? Driving soldiers right to the earth. Light is shining now. You're captain and moving around in the Broken focus on a hillside. 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 Stop, 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 stop. Don't stop even if you want me to. 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 Broken man, the fun is over now. You know how. Don't stop.
And that concludes our show for this evening. Yes, I'd like to thank my special guest, the fabulous Kenny. I love you, bitch.
I love you.
And the one and only Big Quiet. You guys were fantastic. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, darling. Until next time. Bye-bye.
ダウンタウンキッズ TV